I want to respect Mr. Astrotometry's wishes, and so though Simon Adele linked to the fact to well, anyway, John has a webpage now on astrotometry, or a few of them that actually go into some details that could be replied to. But he also has I don't know, a disclaimer or a use thing at the bottom. It says it's a beta version, it's work in progress. Do not do redistribute, basically, including do not copy contents of any page into any other electronic medium. So I'm not going to copy the contents, which means that, though I think it would be fair use, um, I'll go ahead and take that like an extra NDA type thing. I think it'd be fair use to mention them and then reply point by point. But I won't do that. I'll just give my impression of it. I'm not even going to put a link because he says put the link to http astrotometry.com and just find it from there yourself. So I'm going to do that too. And I don't remember his channel, so it's astrotometry. Astrotometry, yeah. Okay, well, the thing is, the interesting thing about this stuff is I agree with a lot of the things as the points that you go down. And I think, basically modern physics provides is the source of my agreement. Okay, I believe that there isn't any volume within which, measurable volume, where there's no energy. I do believe there's always energy. There's obviously a relationship between matter and energy. I think that probably yes, matter has some fundamental relationship with space. I mean, obviously doesn't just by occupying it, but I mean something in the order of mass creates the space around it. Something like this. Um, I think that the electromagnetic energy definitely is conducted through some weird kind of, not ever quite a vacuum medium, but it's not like a traditional medium. It's because it's this relativistic medium. Um, I don't know about ideas of relating the energy transformation to contraction of space or expansion because um, I've just not I've just not heard of that, and I think you know as far as we know, you don't need that conversion to contract space. I think they're looking into what is a boson and these kinds of things that might be the fundamental particles of space. They interact electromagnetically or somehow with regular, bosonic matter, and it could be a contraction, but I don't know about that. But that's not, it's definitely not strange idea. I mean, I do believe space has these transformations, and I believe there's conservation, as you said, in all these transformations, just as there is in energy. So space is conserved. Um, I believe light is a wave. I believe that a lot of the matter we see, like mass, is a standing wave. Absolutely, I don't see any way around that. And this is also why I disagree that matter's like coming in and out of being constantly. I think it's just always in being as energy. It's always that waveform. So for some reason, we're seeing a cross section, but it's not coming in and out of being. It's just always all of the possibilities. To me, that makes more sense, right? Um, and then the rest of these start to get really harder and harder to talk about unless I actually read the bullet point um, out loud. I mean, I've read them all even a couple times. But I don't think that other planets could be some sort of a weird subdimensional reflection of Earth or the sun or anything like that. Because if that kind of thing is true on this fundamental level you're talking about, then what it would really be is like every electron is really just one electron and they're all just multifolds. But then the multifolds, each fold, that's what we mean when we say separate electrons. So they're still separate because they behave separately. They may also behave as one on some timeless basic physical level, though. So you'd be right if that was true, but it would be then on this fundamental level of all the electrons are one. You wouldn't have a whole group and then that's what's replicated. To me, that doesn't quite make sense. I also read differences between your system and classical physics, and I think you make some false claims. But to discuss those things, I would have to go point by point, and there's some reason that you don't want to allow that. So, as I say, I'll respect that. And those are my general comments.